What is up? Hello, and welcome back to the absolute top tier. We're talking top of the league sports and wrestling podcast to come through your speakers. It is the Ace in the Hole podcast coming at you on this wonderful day or night or morning. Whenever you're choosing to listen to us, we appreciate you. I am your double champ. I retained my sports predictions championship last week, but that doesn't matter because we're doing a sports this week. And you know what? That means it's parlay time. However, I can't do this alone. With me, as always, Elijah and Austen. And I have to say it, it's Austin's birthday today.
Hey.
Yes, it is. I muted my mic because I was tossing this football around. I'm in my Taylor Swift year, my 22nd year on God's great rock he calls Earth. And you know what else is great? The crisp taste of a nice Coors Light, because Bud Light won't pay me nothing.
I get rid of all my Dr. Pepper boxes.
That's a callback.
Oh, we love a callback. We love a callback.
But just remember, according to Eli, Coors Light and Dr. Pepper are the same thing. So
Apparently.
So,
any reason to drink more of my Coors Light?
I think if you enunciate
that's what I'm
it any
drinking, Dr.
harder,
Pepper.
I think the mountains on the can will turn not blue if you enunciate it any harder.
Please sponsor me, Coors Light. Please, I am begging. Please throw some money my way.
We'll put a mini fridge in the back, and it'll be right over your shoulder.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy. Put it right there. We'll get a little stand for it, and we'll open it, and it'll just be full of Coors Light.
I'll get Athletic and then splat on the logo for it.
Oh my god. Coors Light, please! Please, I need it, please!
And for the non-drinkers, Athletic, come on.
Jeez.
They can drink that, and I can drink
Hey,
that.
speaking of sponsorships, I know it's a sports episode. How do we feel about Prime getting prime real estate right in the middle of the WWE ring?
I don't like it. That's because I don't like Prime.
In the sacred squared circle.
I like it.
Previous sponsors being Mountain Dew, Pitch Black.
Well, they never had theirs in the middle of the ring, though.
Yeah, theirs is off in the corner.
Uh-huh. This is the first one that is going to be, like, very much UFC style, straight in the fucking middle of the ring.
A New Japan fan, I love it, because I've already seen this weekly.
Yeah, I mean...
It's nothing new to me.
Well, and have you seen all the edits of the people going back and, like, editing in the Prime bottle like, historic WWE moments, like, Mankind getting thrown through the cage for the second time, there's a Prime bottle just in the middle of the ring. I don't know. I also like it. I think it's been a major missed opportunity. I mean, if you got the realist... the way I look at it, and this is why I sympathize with Vince Russo so much, at the end of the day... It is a business. You're going to do whatever you can to get money in your pockets and asses in those motherfucking seats, regardless of what it takes. So I've always been a proponent of using every little bit that you can to maximize profit, and that canvas is a massive way to gain a lot of profit.
Before we switch off of that real quick, since we mentioned Vince Russo, he recently was diagnosed with, I believe it's type 2 diabetes. And
I did not see that.
He's begun his journey on trying to battle it and live a healthier life, and he's already dropped, like, I think it was 10 pounds or something like that, and it's been, like, maybe a month or so, so he's kicking its ass, so we are wishing Vince Russo the best. So
big ups to Vince Russo, for real.
Wishing him the best.
Yeah, I'm a big Vince Russo guy, so...
Speaking of Vince Russo, we're gonna use Vince Russo as the pivot point to talk about last week's predictions real quick. Eli, how does it feel to be oh so close?
We tied, jackass.
Ties go to the champ. How does it feel to be so close?
Hey, unless you guys wanted to be co-champs going into Mania.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Night 1, night 2? Night 1, night 2?
I can't wait.
He still can cash in on you.
I can't wait to see how bad one of the weeks I fuck up a sports prediction to the point where you guys have to be co-sports champs and you guys have to figure out how to both wear a ring at the same time or something.
Hey, I don't gotta worry about that. I got my own title back there.
We got to get one
For
of
the
those
sports, though.
finger traps.
It's multi-universal.
Oh, the Chinese
Oh.
finger traps.
And we gotta put it on like the side of the screen where we cross each other the whole time.
Yeah, that's
Look like
how
that.
we share.
The sports
No,
title.
that's how we end up in the same room. That's the lore is that we
Sorry.
get a Chinese finger trap and we can't get it off, so we're inseparable.
Oh,
Since Cliff
God.
never asked to set anything, I'm doing good. I'm trying out the new area, so I don't know which way Austen is. I'll have to see on recording. He's either going to be over here or over here. I'm not sure.
I am always on your left.
So
Yeah, but he doesn't know if
I'm
he's
always
flipped
on
or
your
not.
left, and I'm always on Cliff's right.
Eli will mess
'Cause I am
around
in the
with the
middle.
settings and end up flipping his camera again.
Hey, it didn't mess with anything. It was fine.
Luckily. Luckily.
Also, real quick, you feeling just a tad bit extra gangster, you feeling a little extra swag in your step. Go ahead and throw up that X.
Got
Someone was gracious enough to give me a New Jack shirt for my birthday, which is
the New Jack
phenomenal.
Memorial shirt, no
yeah,
less.
my New Jack memorial shirt, the original gangster New Jack. It's got the shopping cart, it's got the trash can. Very kick-ass T-shirt.
Something tells me we'll be seeing quite a bit of that.
Oh, you will.
He's going to
You
wear
will.
it
This is-
under the
thi-
Better Than You shirt, but he's going to wear the Better
I'll-
Than You shirt open.
I was looking. Oh, here we go. This is sports, so I'll go ahead and throw on a jersey. But since Eli likes to say, I just spawn things out of the thin air.
You do, though.
Straight up. So your screen, I have you guys minimized so I can see what all is on my
Yeah.
screen and what's going on. And all of a sudden, it's just Austen pulling it out from the side, and they're just the jersey right there.
Hey, it's
Every
Todd
single
Gurley
time.
jersey. One of the
Eli-
biggest what ifs ever.
Gosh,
Eli,
dude.
name something random. I'll see if I can pull it out of the ether.
Fedora.
Nope. Sorry.
I know this
I
man's
got-
not reaching into the ether and pulling out a fedora.
I got a hat.
I'll take it. Josh should.
Hey, mine is a fedora.
Yeah, Austin.
My
actually
ether's all the way
produced
over there.
this fedora. I was hoping you'd say like a screwdriver or something because
You got a hammer?
It was
I know this man's not really actually pulling out a hammer.
No, I'm not even lying. What's crazy is for the longest time I had a hammer in my desk, and I took it out as a part of my Halloween outfit, so it's in my car now.
God.
Like I'm not even lying. I
This
wish I
man's
was
thinking
lying.
Mary Poppins.
No, he's
We're walking
Inspector
this
Gadget. He just make the tools appear.
I didn't even realize. Here, you two banter. I didn't even realize I left those light bulbs up there. That's got to be like a hazard or something.
What?
We can't
The
even
light
see.
bulbs on my little setup over here.
Okay, I'm zooming him up real quick.
I don't know. Anyway,
Okay, so
so
it was sitting up above. Yeah, no, that's kind of a hazard.
Eli, ever so close, can't get the job done. Seems like it's the story of your podcast career.
I mean, I wish I could say otherwise, but
I can't believe I forgot.
We tied. I always want to get that out there. We almost did it. I almost lost by one. I can own up to that. But I was so confused on when you said Ali and the Grizzled Young. I'm like, that's not. Hang on. There's something wrong with that. Because I remember me and Austen were talking about it before we made our predictions. And I said, yeah, there's two people that can eat the pin. They're not going to make the Grizzled Young vets eat a pin. They're hot on them right now. And so that immediately was like, no, hang on. No, something changed here. And I had to go back through all the different Wikipedia edits throughout building up into that to find it. I think it's like the 10th edit into that is where the match was.
Jeez.
I was not letting you get away with a 1+ win. Not happening.
The
You are
belt
not.
stays where it belongs, and the WrestleMania Supercard is still on the table, and
So,
it's going to be a doozy.
I had
I'm
a
ready.
question. If one of us wins it during the Supercard, does that mean the CC still starts up?
No.
You
You
have,
have to be a
yeah.
defending champion. Like the defending champion has to force a super card in order to force a contender's cup.
Yep.
It's like if you win off the super card, you just win the title. It doesn't count as a super card win. We better fucking win this title, Eli. That's all I'm saying. We need to win this title desperately.
It's going to be great. Making you two go through the CC, making you guys pull out of the ether.
Not if I
Eli's
cash
good
in
at it.
immediately.
You're going to
That is
cash
true.
in and ruin your chance of being the only two-time Contenders Cup winner.
But not only that, it ruins your chance for a super card. Well, it ruins the chance. Well, no, not really, because you would have to win Eli if you cashed in, because he could still enforce a Contenders Cup.
Yep.
Well,
You
I can
have to
enforce a
cash
super
in.
card.
You know what's really crazy too?
You could win it and then force a super card the next week.
We have a. So how do you feel about the reports coming out of Japan that Julie is not coming to America?
Guys, I think we forgot this is a sports episode.
Oh yeah,
She's
sorry.
joining freaking Rozzy's dumbass promotion that he has scrounged up wrestlers from.
Hey,
so
guess what? Doesn't matter. We're talking about sports.
That's a
not sports
kind of
entertainment.
Yeah.
We're talking about sports.
What you think.
I just because I've been getting into Stardom over the last 3 months, so watching her exit's pretty nice. But anyway, this
Nice.
He's trying to throw you off now.
Nice.
I'm enjoying the story.
No, you are. You're lying. You're full of shit. You're just trying to get Eli all worked up.
Bullshit.
You're full of shit.
Well,
You're full of it.
It's not
Look at you. Look at you. Look
It's
at
not
you.
that hard to get him
You're
worked up.
lying. Your
the new
face is all
champion?
flush. Your
Who's
face
the
is
new
about as
face,
red
huh?
as your hair.
It's not that hard to get him worked up. But
Who's the
like
new
we
face?
said,
Who's
this
the new face?
is a sports podcast, so we
Fuck
got to
you.
move on, Eli.
Who said
So,
we're moving on? I'm
starting
gonna
it
cash
off,
in right here. We're cashing in right
we
here.
have
No.
a really big thing to talk about in the professional world of sports. We have the NFL free agency just opened, and we have a lot to talk about there. So, Eli, do you want to go ahead and just go first, or do you need me
No
to get
small
it?
talk? No small talk from the champ this
We
week?
had 12 minutes of small talk, my guy.
But it wasn't your small talk.
Do
I want to know
want
what your
champion-
small talk
do you want the
Yes, I
champion
want to know
small
what
talk?
your small talk for the week was.
Okay.
You didn't ask a question.
That's what I'm saying.
Here, I'll make it sports related too. You have one event to do at the NFL Combine to impress the scouts. Which one are you doing and why?
Do I get any preparation time, or is it literally just I show up tomorrow? I show up and they I have to go do this.
I mean, it's just whichever one you feel the most confident in.
But that's what I'm saying. Do I get training time or no?
You get a month.
40-yard dash.
Maybe the broad or vert jump. Because I had some hops in high school. I did. And I think it's still there. I just haven't done anything with it. I think low-key, I could probably throw up a solid vert or broad jump.
Eli, are you trying to run a 7-second 40 or something?
You asked the best thing I probably think I'd be able to do. It would either have to be catching the ball, like where the wide receivers turn, go, or a 40-yard dash. I don't think I'm not jumping. We've all seen me try and jump far distances. It ain't working, man. that don't connect. This small guy does not fly.
Which is crazy because you should fly because you are so small, but go crazy.
This guy does not fly.
Yeah, no, I low-key think I could throw up a solid broader vert jump. Either
We're
one
gonna
of
do
them
a
doesn't matter.
combine. That's gonna be one of the.
Ace
We're
in
gonna
the whole
all
combine?
get together. Ace in the whole combine.
God. I'm gonna do the tight end check and release drill that they do every year, where you have to hit the sled 1, 2 out.
Throw me. Oh, that wouldn't be too bad because they typically just run a post, don't they, or
It's either a
corner
post or a flat.
Yeah,
sometimes
like
an in, but
probably a seam too.
Yeah,
it's one of the most common tight end routes. I don't know. If we're throw my ass on the Wonderlick, let's see how I do on the Wonderlick. Full football IQ.
I don't want to take the Wonderlick because
7 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
I think I kind of know sport ball, but I don't think I know it good enough to take the Wonderlick.
Neither of you knew that Brett Vogt played for 4 teams.
It's not that type of Wonderlick, Eli. It's actual game sense and knowledge in situations.
Oh God!
It gives you I'm pretty sure it gives you hey, it's 4th and 2. The team you're playing is a very run-heavy defense, but the run has been working all night. Do you load the box up and try to Like, it's short answer stuff, I do believe. I've never seen it, so I could be wrong, but
I may do good on that.
I'm pretty sure it's like a normal test. Like, it's got short answer and multiple choice, and it's solely about the game of football, just to see how your football IQ is.
I'm going to take the Caleb Williams approach, not do anything.
You don't want all 32 teams knowing your personal medical information?
Nope, I'm just going to shake hands with everybody, say thank you for coming and helping out, and then leave. Do a bunch of interviews, do absolutely nothing.
Well, and here's the thing too, Cliff. Because I also had the same knee-jerk reaction, like, why the fuck would you do that? That's so stupid. If from his eyes, he has nothing left to prove. He's already cemented his place, so why should he have to show up and submit all of his personal records? I still don't agree with it. I think he shouldn't hold himself to a different standard, but you have to look at it from the angle he's coming from. Like,
I hope he doesn't go top 10.
If you're already that's not going to happen. If you're already a solidified, like, best quarterback in the draft class who's been at USC for like 3 or 4 years and has unanimously been one of the best QBs year in and year out, there's plenty of tape on you. Just go. That's exactly what he said too. He's like, hey, you want to see me prove myself? Go look at the film. So I don't know. I respect the move. I also don't think it was very smart.
I mean, I guess to each their own. I mean, if that's how he views it, then so be it. But I just...
Also, did you see, this is a little bit of older news, but that they are talking about making the Combine like the Super Bowl, and teams can place bids for the Combine?
I don't like it.
So, like, let's say LA wanted to host it. They could pay however some much to the NFL, and LA would host, LA, Vegas, whoever could host it. I, of course, don't like that because I think Indy's the perfect spot for the Combine.
It's the best spot. It's been the best spot. Why change it?
Every year.
But, I mean, I think that's a perfect segue into our first big topic here. Combine straight into free agency, the two biggest happenings in the NFL world right now.
And I'm hitting every single free agency that I have from where Mac Jones got traded to
Eli, we will be
25 minutes
here
ago.
For the next 7 hours.
I'm going to hit it quick. All right? And we can always go back through anything. Are we ready? I'm going to try and not butcher anybody's name. If I do, sorry. Oops. We don't know me for being able to pronounce people's names. Alright. Former Eagles safety Kevin Byard is now with the Bears on a two-year contract. Next we have former Jags defensive tackle Foley Fatukasi. He is signed with the Texans. Baker Mayfield re-signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Packers released a whole bunch of people for no damn reason at all.
Cap space.
Man, yeah, but, whatever. Gosh darn, where's the next one?
That's how they could go and
T. Higgins
sign
is
people like
trade.
Josh Jacobs.
The next one, Landon Dickerson retired. Michael Pittman got a franchise tag. The Bears signed running back DeAndre Swift from free agency. The Vikings signed edge rusher Jonathan Greenwood. The Titans picked up running back Tony Pollard after dropping Derrick Henry into free agency. We also have safety Brandon Jones to the Broncos for a 3-year contract. Gabe Davis was signed by the Jaguars for a 3-year deal. We have D lineman Christian Wilkins to a 4-year deal to the Raiders, which to support Gardner Minshew, who gets picked up later on. Decent sign there. I mean, can't get Gardner back on the field. Defense sucks. The Commanders signed free agent center Tyler. Holy shit, I don't know his name. Bayadaz. Free agent safety Darnell Savage is with the Jaguars on a 3-year deal. A lot of these do not give money info. That's all I'm only saying it. The Rams picked up Jonah Jackson, a guard from the Detroit Lions, to a 3-year deal. Tight end Colby Parkinson from the Seahawks is now with the Rams on a 3-year deal as well. Josh Jacobs is now a Packer. So, I mean, great pickup after getting rid of yours. The Eagles picked up free agent pass rusher Bryce Huff to a 3-year deal. The Panthers released safety Von Bell. The Falcons picked up Kirk Cousins to a 4-year deal worth $180 million, but not $3 million, but 3-year deal worth $37.75 million. Antonio Gibson was picked up by the Patriots. Cardinals picked up free agent cornerbacks Sean Murphy-Bunting. The free agent, I don't know what IOL is. I never remember what that one is.
Inside offensive lineman.
John Runyon Jr. to a 3-year deal to the Giants. Fucking hell. Linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel to a 2-year deal to the Vikings after being with the Dolphins. Aaron Jones was released after the free agent deal pickup. Inside offensive lineman Robert Hunt is now a Panther after being with the Dolphins. Cornerback Jeff Okudah from the Texans is now a Falcon. No. From the Falcons to the Texans. The wording on that one was a little weird. Defensive lineman Denico Autry signed to a 2-year deal from the Titans to the Texans. Free agent safety Xavier McKinney from the Bills to the Packers. Giants signed running back Devin Singletary, which I think was a decent sign up. Defensive tackle Grover Stewart was signed to a 3-year deal with the Colts, or re-signed back to the Colts. They needed something good coming to it. Free agent running back Gus Edwards.
I'll probably say I'm going to go ahead and stop right there because this is probably the one time we will get to talk about the Colts because they have not made any free agency moves.
No.
But besides re-signing almost their entire fucking team, which I actually think is a great, great move for the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, you look at the season they had. If you can retain any semblance of the success that you had, you are a playoff team next year. You just got to pray that fucking Anthony Richardson get his shit figured out and he's not hurt. You just that's the big crux for the Indianapolis Colts is that they have to pray that Anthony Richardson doesn't get hurt because he does have the highest ceiling out of all the quarterbacks in that draft class, and his arm is a fucking cannon. He can flick a ball 60 goddamn yards through the air. But
he
if
can also
he can't
get a
stay
concussion
healthy,
and broken.
It doesn't matter. So the Colts have re-signed a lot of people, and a big thing too was the Colts. And I made this comment earlier. I had my mic muted. That way you could at least get somewhat of the way through before I just hopped in and kind of stole your light, which I'm not trying to do. It's just, this is one of the few times we get to talk about the Colts. One of the big pickups that the Colts should have been eyeing, and they didn't really, was Gabe Davis. That motherfucker is a dog. And with how terrible our secondary was this past year and just how gutted and hurt everyone was, Gabe Davis would have been the pickup of free agency for the Colts, and they couldn't get it done. I do applaud, though, them placing a franchise tag on Michael Pittman. That way they could actually work to an agreement.
They're working on a new contract with him.
Give him the extension?
Yeah, they did, but they did.
Yeah, they did.
3 years.
Did they? Yeah, 3 years, 70.
So, and the thing with that, too, is a lot of people have been like, because I've actually had people reach out to me like, hey, why the fuck did they franchise tag him? The thing with that is, if you franchise tag someone, they can't leave in free agency.
Nope.
So, and since they hadn't come to a deal yet, Michael Pittman was going to be an unrestricted free agent. So, say a team wanted to offer him $140 million, they could have, and he would have taken that in a heartbeat. But the Colts were so adamant to get this guy, their number one, that they put a franchise tag on him and then still gave him an extension. Hell of a move that a lot of people probably don't even recognize the significance of. And not even a significance from like a team standpoint, but from like an interpersonal communication standpoint. Because how much does an organization have to do, especially a sports organization, to put a franchise tag on you for like 4 hours? Just that way you guys are able to get and reach that deal. I think it meant a lot to Pittman, and I think it should mean a lot to the city of Indianapolis because this is going to be their guy for the foreseeable future.
Well, and think about this too. He is the latest Colt franchise tagged since Pat McAfee. Just think about that for a second. Being in that
the Colts
company,
never use him because they don't have to. So I think that's a move that a lot of people have kind of overlooked. So which I applaud Ballard for. You know, he's sticking by his guns. He drafted the kid, and here he is finally getting the chance to pay him. So, Eli, you can continue. I didn't mean to
You're good.
intrude.
On top of that, we have the Chargers signing free agent running back Gus Edwards to a 2-year contract. He came from the Ravens. I think he had some decent playtime last season. And now he's going to be able to shine with the Chargers.
The big issue with Gus Edwards is that he gets hurt every year. And he has like a major injury every year where he's out for a lot of time. Well, just like every other running back that's been signed, I feel like they always get hurt once a year that's really, really bad, and then they just finish out the season.
Right. The Bengals are planning to sign free agent safety Geno Stone to a 2-year deal with $15 million. We get finally to the Gardner Minshew Raiders pickup for a 2-year contract with $25 million, which, I mean, for Gardner Minshew, decent pickup for 2 year on 25. Jaguars picked up from the Ravens. Ravens had a lot of people go into free agency. Special teams wide receiver Devin Duvernay to a 2-year deal with up to $12.5 million. The Giants picked up are part of a potential trade destination, for star pass rusher Brian Burns. The 49ers picked up from the Rams, picked up free agent pass rusher Leonard Floyd. I about said Raiders again. The Titans are signing veteran cornerback, oh dear God, Shadobe Awuzie to a 3-year deal. The Cardinals picked up defensive tackle Justin Jones to a 3-year deal from the Bears. The Commanders signed free agent linebacker Frankie Lavue to a 3-year deal with a max of $36 million. That's a decent pickup. The Bills re-signed edge rusher AJ, I'm not even going to say his last name, Epineza, I think, maybe. I don't know. The Browns re-signed Zadarius Smith on a 2-year deal, which was a very good thing for them to do. The Cardinals picked up linebacker Mack Wilson on a 3-year deal. The Dolphins picked up former Browns linebacker Anthony Walker to a 1-year deal. The Lions picked up from the Saints a defensive end in the form of Marcus Davenport to a 1-year deal, which probably will end up getting extended, hopefully next season for them. The Ravens have been in contact with Derrick Henry. Stay tuned on that one. Tiki Barber thinks Saquon Barkley is a turncoat to the Giants because he went to the Eagles. To that, I say Tiki Barber kissed my ass. The Buccaneers traded cornerback Carlton Davis to the Lions.
What you think Tiki Barber?
A lot of things, man. You don't leave a team that you were a part of and then completely shit talk them. Especially when you want the one carrying the whole team.
When I think of New York Giants, like, I'm not gonna lie, Tiki Barber is one of the first ones that come to mind. I'm sorry, that Coors Light's doing a little bit of talking right now. I haven't had a whole lot to eat today. Yeah, like, I think of Michael Strahan, Lawrence Taylor, and then probably Tiki Barber.
You don't think about Eli Manning?
Ooh, yeah, he's a pretty good one. I thought of Danny Dimes before I thought of Eli Manning. So.
Danny Nichols.
I got Eli Manning, freaking Phil Simms, Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, Phil Simms is a good one.
Michael Strahan, Odell Beckham back in the day.
Oh, man, don't get me started on that. By the way, I would just like to point out, Cliff, you're the only one that did not say Odell Beckham Jr. on that thing I sent out. Because I sent it to a handful of different other people, and almost everyone said Odell Beckham.
Which one did you send?
It was on TikTok. It was on TikTok. The thing where I was like, all right, go ahead. There's no way you're going to get this. Yeah.
It was an insanity run.
It literally was, and I've never seen someone get so famous off of a single fucking catch. Like, bro is mid as hell, and people don't want to admit that because he had that one single catch back in, 2015.
Yep.
I've been saying that ever since that motherfucker caught that goddamn ball, and now people are just now starting to realize.
So, real.
Nothing personal against the guy. He's not that good.
Real quick, thanks to PFF, I can actually look and see. The Colts currently have 4 free agents that are leaving the team. Gardner Minshew is gone. Zach Moss, I believe, has already signed somewhere. And they're projecting that Kenny Moore and Blackman will leave as well.
That'll be interesting. We cannot afford to lose.
Well, that's the thing. I really wanted CJ
the Colts
Gardner.
Resigned Kenny Moore, did they not?
Oh, no.
CJ Gardner-Johnson already went somewhere else.
I know. I really wanted CJ in Indy.
7 hours ago, Colts re-signed Kenny Moore to a 3-year deal.
I see.
It is.
And then what was the other one? Blackman?
While he's finding that.
Let me check.
The Commanders signed free agent running back Austen Eckler to a 2-year deal. Jordan Brooks.
So, Blackman has not... There's no word on Blackman yet. One way or the other. Resign. But
Jordan Brooks.
They did re-sign Kenny Moore. I thought they did. I didn't want to say for sure. They definitely did.
Jordan Brooks has agreed to terms with the Dolphins on a 3-year deal. I'm not trying to find rumors. Patriots re-signed Mike Onwenu. Why does everybody have a freaking weird-ass name? 3-year deal.
It's all the linemen, bro, because all the linemen are Samoans because they're big as fuck, dude.
The Seahawks re-signed... yeah.
Speaking of which...
Noah Fant to a 2-year extension.
Motherfucker is huge. I was staring at his nipples, bro. Like, that's about where I was at. Like, level-wise, he was like a full 2 head taller than me. Joe All is a big, big man. So were a lot of the others. I don't know, it's just one of those things that doesn't really hit you until you see him in person. You're like, holy fuck, this dude's huge. I'm sorry, that's just interesting.
Well, hopefully the Dolphins picked up a huge guy because they signed free agent center Aaron Brewer to a 3-year deal from the Titans. Jacoby Brissett went to the Commanders just to go to the Patriots because they picked them up and nothing has been announced on what his deal is. The Seahawks re-signed defensive lineman Leonard Williams. What?
How about Cleveland's new QB2?
I'm getting
Jameis Winston.
I was getting to it.
No. You don't put Jameis Winston down at the bottom, baby. Jameis Winston is a fucking
bottom. He was close.
Jameis Winston is such a go. I love Jameis. That if I could have paid to be in that locker room in New Orleans, oh my god. Derek Carr and Jameis Winston both in the same place. Fuck.
49ers signed pass rusher. Oh dear God. Yetur Gross-Matos to a 2-year deal from the Panthers. The Browns signed linebacker Jordan Hicks to a 2-year deal. The Texans are re-signing Noah Brown, which is a very good re-sign for them. The Ravens ended up with Derrick Henry. Panthers signed from the Seahawks O-lineman Damian Lewis to a 4-year deal, which is big for the Panthers going into this season. A lot of their problem was the offensive line, and now they got it fixed. So, Jets signed free agent guard John Simpson to a 2-year deal, which probably should help the Jets, but they're the Jets. Jets are gonna Jets. The Commanders signed from the Chiefs free agent guard Nick Allegretti to a 3-year deal. The Jets signed from the 49ers defensive lineman Javon Kinlaw to a 1-year deal. That will more than likely be extended. The Jets also signed free agent quarterback Tyrod Taylor.
Bro, what's Tyrod Taylor been doing? He is like a career QB backup.
Well, that's the thing, is that anytime he gets rolling somewhere, he always has, like, the worst luck possible. Like,
bro literally got his lung punctured
by the team doctor.
Like, come on now. You can't write that shit.
Titans signed free agent linebacker from the Chargers, Kenneth Murray, to a 2-year deal. The Vikings picked up Sam Darnold. The Vikings picked up Aaron Jones. I can't remember if I said that one earlier as I was coming across it. Jameis Winston won as I was getting to it. Thank you, sir. The Commanders picked up Marcus Mariota to a 1-year deal for $6 million with the potential for it to be up to $10 million. I don't think that was really worth it.
Quarterback.
But yeah. The Bengals signed Marcus Mariota.
For a 6-year contract. $6 million contract, sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I dropped the football on my keyboard and it was rolling around and pressing a bunch of keys and my screen just went. It somehow pulled up the snipping tool and it was ready to take a screenshot. So
The Bengals.
my entire screen went dark and I had a mini crisis. But we're all good. Hell yeah!
The Bengals signed tight
Here's the
end
champion.
free agent Mike
Goddamn
Gesicki
shoes of a
to a
champion.
1-year deal. The Browns signed free agent quarterback Jameis Winston. He'll now be the backup to Deshaun Watson.
No. Hey, let's be honest. Deshaun's going to get hurt within the first 3 games, and he's going to continue to just be hurt the rest of the season. That way, he doesn't have to play and face criticism for what he did off the field.
The Dolphins.
And if he does that, so does the Browns, because the Browns don't got to face any criticism
The
for
Dolphins
hiring
signed.
a rapist.
The Dolphins signed veteran pass rusher Shaq Barrett. Naeem Hines went from the Bills to the Browns.
Former
That's
Colt.
a decent
As
pickup.
Former
long as
Colt.
wait, where did he sign?
To the Browns.
The Browns.
Okay, good. There's no lakes around Cleveland for him to get run over by another jet ski.
Yeah, there is there not? Cleveland's north. They
It's
got the Great Lakes.
it's nowhere near. It's not like Pittsburgh where it's on the river. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The Falcons picked up Donnell Mooney for a 3-year, $39 million contract. Kirk Cousins has some decent weapons down in Atlanta as long as they get used properly.
And that's the fucking crazy thing, is that low-key,
Atlanta's scary.
that Atlanta team might be scary, because you got Christian Kirk, you got Kyle Pitts, you got Drake London. No, Christian Kirk's not there anymore. It's only Jake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson. And you throw Kirk Cousins in there?
Well, that's the thing too. Kirk is a great distributor, and he's going to be with a core.
Cleveland
of
is literally
young
on the
weapons.
lake, by the way.
Yeah, I looked it up. It is. He's going to have
Cleveland,
a.
I was ready to say, I thought Cleveland was like on the Lake Erie.
He's gonna get hit by 2. Just for
wanted to
you
make
saying
sure.
it wasn't there.
Hey, well, you know what they say. Lake Superior never gives up her dead. Oh, also, Cliff, you'll get a kick out of this. I told someone it's football related. It's football related, all right. I got the chance to retell the how one of your friends went and moved up to Milwaukee and how they would always listen to like our high school football team. I got to tell someone that story and it was so great. Just being like a local like bar celebrity at a single little bar that they'll never meet me. But they were rooting for me every single week.
It's the
The
effect.
Chiefs signed free agent tight end Irv Smith Jr. to a 1-year deal, and there was a lot of re-signings doing that. But the Lions picked up free agent cornerback Mick Robertson to a 2-year deal with up to $10.75 million. The Steelers picked up free agent linebacker Patrick Queen to a 3-year deal. The Giants picked up one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league right now, entertainment-wise, Drew Lock. Kiss my ass. Do not speak him and me in the same sentence.
Why do you like Drew Lock so much? That's a.
So in the Broncos, there was one of
the
the
suit dance, and he like, thinks it's
Well,
swagger.
It's not. It's the backpack. He did it in college too. I think he did it in high
out there
school
in
as well.
Missouri.
It's a backpack. Thank you very much, sir. If you're gonna make fun of me correctly.
Nah.
You got a point.
I just think he's entertaining, and he's not. He proved on the Seahawks that he could throw it decently. So,
Well, I mean,
Chase Young is still in free agency.
I can tell you right now, the question on Drew Lock was never his arm. That was like the one major upside coming into the draft when he was getting drafted was that he had a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, that was the one thing. Everything else was the question.
Yeah, and so far those questions have not really been answered. So, like I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I'm just saying that's that's an odd quarterback to pick as like that is my quarterback that I enjoy watching.
Anything's
The
better
backup
than
quarterback for the backup quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks.
I was maybe being serious. I don't know where he went to school.
Austin
Missouri.
said Missouri.
Was it Missouri? For some reason, I thought
Yes.
I'll
I
look it up, but I'm like 99% sure it was Missouri. Because I remember that draft class.
The Bears also picked up free agent tight end Gerald Everett, who I will not pick up next fantasy season.
2015 Missouri. because he got drafted in that 2016 draft.
Okay.
He's been in the league that long?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I realized
the Commanders picked up free agent pass rusher Dante Fowler. Kenny Moore got re-signed. We already went over that. The Panthers picked up veteran defensive tackle Ashawn Robinson to a 3-year deal. That's a pickup from the Giants. The Eagles picked up veteran wide receiver Devontae Parker to a 1-year deal. The Bills picked up linebacker Nicholas Morrow from the Eagles to a 1-year deal. The Commanders picked up free agent safety Jeremy Chin to a 1-year deal. Aaron Rodgers is still being questioned with the Jets, which, the fuck?
Did they only sign him for a 1 year?
No, they had him on 2 years.
Oh, okay, so they're trying to decide what to do with him then. I mean, they'll keep him, obviously, right?
Well, yeah.
New York Times has a rumor about Aaron Rodgers potentially being the vice president for Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
What?
Yeah.
Moving on! Wide receiver Brandon Powell to a 1-year deal to the Vikings. Resign.
Whoa. No.
Moving on.
Who had that rumor?
New York
Times. Free agent linebacker Josie Jewell to the Panthers.
How do you just throw around a rumor about an NFL quarterback being the vice president?
Giants.
It's not a rumor.
Free agent. Giants picked up a free agent defensive back Jalen Mills to a 1-year deal. Bears picked up defensive back Jonathan Owens to a 2-year deal. Colts picked up defensive tackle Raekwon Davis to a 2-year deal. Texans picked up pass rusher Daniel Hunter to a 2-year deal. The Dolphins picked up free agent safety Jordan Poyer to a 1-year deal.
Hold on. This is so important. I have to stop you.
You did this, Eli.
Aaron, who do you think is the other VP nomination besides Aaron Rodgers? You will not guess it.
Are they actors?
It's a wrestler.
Seth Rollins.
Billy Graham.
Jesse the Body Ventura. Oh. It is between Aaron fucking Rodgers and Jesse the Body Ventura are the 2 top RFK Jr. running mates. And that was 2 hours ago from the New York Times.
Oh my god.
The Saints signed free agent linebacker Willie Gay Jr. to a 1-year deal.
Eli, you can try your hardest,
Giants
but we're not going to get back on track after that.
Wide receiver, kick returner, punt returner Isaiah McKenzie. The Eagles are reuniting with free agent safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson to a 3-year deal.
Jesse Ventura was a mayor. Like, he was like the governor, wasn't he?
I thought he was a governor.
And the last update, Austin Hooper to the Patriots. Fucking moving on.
Oh, we're moving on. This is now town hall time. We get to discuss all the free agent signings.
No!
He served in the Navy.
He's a psychopath.
He was the mayor of Brooklyn Park, the governor of Minnesota. Yeah, that's...
Low-key, Jesse Ventura has the rap sheet in order to be a vice president. It's just crazy because here in the article... It says Mr. Kennedy said he had been speaking with the Jets quarterback pretty continuously for the past month. So what the fuck is Aaron Rodgers going to do? Is he just going to continue to be an NFL quarterback and acting vice president of the entire country?
Imagine that.
Can you imagine?
Imagine that, though.
He attends the State of the Union on a Sunday morning and has to go play in New York at fucking MetLife Sunday night at
You can jump on a plane and get there in 45 minutes.
So this is also a route I wanted to take with it. Here are the top 10 free agents that are still available that have not gotten signed or traded or anything. So I'm pretty sure all these, besides one, are unrestricted free agents. You got Calvin Ridley, who obviously has off-the-field issues, but still the number one free agent as of now.
I don't know. I feel like he'd be a good fit in Vegas.
You think so? I think the Colts should kind of pursue Calvin Ridley. We need a good one. We just need another good wide receiver.
I think the Giants need him.
Why? So you can bitch about Danny Dimes some more?
No, the man's gone.
Danny's gone. Yeah, they said they're done with him.
Yeah, but he's still under contract though. They haven't moved
so
him
fucking
officially
what?
yet.
They're drafting a quarterback, bro.
We're picking up a quarterback.
You're probably
it's going to be Drew Lock and somebody
They'll
else.
probably get J.J. McCarthy.
Drew Lock? What the fuck? Where do you pull Drew Lock from?
It's going to be... Fuck the fuck. You need... Are we going to have to, like, take a pause and you, like, eat something?
No.
Because we have hit way past insanity here.
We're rolling.
Why are you talking about Drew Lock? Drew Lock's not a free agent.
He's already been signed to the Giants.
He actually signed with the Giants?
We went over this.
Oh my gosh!
That's why we were looking at where he went to college.
Fucking quick.
Bro, low-key, that might have been when I went to go get another Coors Light. Let's be honest here. Anyway, 2 through 10, you got offensive tackle from the Cowboys, Tyron Smith. Safety from the Broncos, Justin Simmons. Lions wide receiver, Josh Reynolds. Jadeveon Clowney, who is currently with the Ravens, was. Kyle Duggar is the only one that isn't like an unrestricted free agent. That's because the Patriots placed a transition tag on him. So pretty much what a transition tag means is that they made it pretty much to where... Here, I will read you exactly what this says. The transition tag is similar to the franchise tag in that it's a 1-year tender offer and gives a team the right of first refusal to match any offers for the tag players. So it pretty much just means, like, they can part with him, but they wouldn't mind keeping him if they are within that certain money threshold that they're talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you see it in basketball all the time, especially when rookies come off of their full 4-year rookie deal. They become
and that's
RFAs.
a big thing too. Is I want to get to that in a second because I want to draw comparisons about Russell Wilson's deal and how that always happens in the NBA.
Oh my god!
Never the NFL. So Kyle Duggar is the only one to have a transition tag placed on him. Kevin Zeitler, Ravens guard. DJ Reader, defensive tackle from the Bengals, and DJ Wanham, who is an edge rusher from the Vikings. And, of course, Eli already touched on it, but the big signings Monday, Kirk Cousins to Atlanta. The big deal Monday was the running back. So you got Saquon going to the Eagles, Josh Jacobs to the Green Bay Packers. Eli already read it all off. But that was the big deal Monday, was the running backs going places and getting paid. And then, obviously, Russell Wilson, we'll come back to that. Something else that's kind of flown under the radar a little bit, the Vegas Raiders did sign defensive tackle Christian Wilkins, great signing, first of all, for a 4-year, $110 million deal. Big money going to Christian Wilkins there from the Vegas Raiders. Back to the Steelers and Russell Wilson. The big deal with Russell Wilson going to the Steelers is that the Steelers only got to pay him $1 million. Why is that, Cliff?
That is because all the guaranteed money that was left over from the Detroit contract. I believe he is owed $80 million over the next 2 years. And he's going to get it because it's guaranteed money. It's guaranteed in the contract that he was going to get that money whether he played for him or not. It doesn't matter. So that's why the Steelers are going to pay him $1.2 million and Russ is going to make $40.
Yeah, and this is why I wanted to bring it up because this happens so much in the NBA and other sports.
Baseball's really bad at it too.
Oh yeah, baseball's terrible, but that's because they don't operate with the same salary cap that the NFL does. So a lot of people see this move and they're like, "Why the fuck would they do that?" Go look at the Golden State Warriors when they had all them motherfuckers on the team. They knew they weren't keeping all of them. They just wanted those 1 or 2 rings, and they were going to ship them off and continue to pay their contract. Like, I just think it's interesting to see how other sports are slowly leaking into other sports. Like the NBA, MLB contracts are slowly leaking into the NFL. And, like, how just sports, like, mingle and interact, and they pull certain stuff from other things. Fuck. If you want to go down to the bare bones of it, look at what the NFL, I'm not going to say stole, but they took inspiration from the XFL. The on-field cam, just solely from the from the production. They took a lot of the things production-wise that the XFL had and adapted them to the NFL. And I just think it's interesting to see on the business side now how all that's kind of taking place. And I throw it to our resident NFL analyst to see what he thinks about these contracts and in the further years to see if this would be more of an issue. But he's not here. So, Cliff, I guess I will pose you the same question. Do you see this becoming more of a normal in the NFL? Signing these big name, especially quarterbacks. These big name quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, prime example of, you sign him for however many years and you guaranteed him this much money for however many years. And you cut him after like 2. Do you see this as something becoming more of normal in the NFL?
Well, the thing with that is eventually enough teams are going to get burned by offering guaranteed money that contracts are going to flip back to being the incentive-based contracts, which makes the league more competitive. Because Kirk's deal, 4 years, $180 million. You want to know how much of that is guaranteed? 50.
How much?
Only 50 guaranteed.
Well, see, and here's another interesting thing, and I hate to bring everything back and just like keep talking because I promise I'm not trying to step on any toes here. But it's also interesting too because I feel like there's more of a push here towards incentive-based contract as well. Because you got Trevor Bauer wanting to come back from Japan and play in the MLB, and he's openly told all teams that he will take an incentive-based contract. Pay him the fucking league minimum, and he wants his money based on his incentives. If he strikes out a certain number of batters, give me this much. If I strike out however many this much before the All-Star break, give me this. That's the contract he wants. So I wouldn't be surprised if more and more bigger stars, obviously they're going to chase that guaranteed money, and if that becomes the norm, then there's nothing we can do about it. But I wouldn't be surprised more and more of these like mid-tier kind of bridge quarterbacks be like, hey, give me this contract for a league minimum, but when I go out there and throw 4,000 passing yards, I'm going to want 1.5 mil in the bank.
You know who that makes me think of immediately? Drew Lock.
Hey,
it
you know
could. That's a
and
good thing,
Smith.
though. That's a good
and
thing.
Geno Smith, but mainly Drew Lock.
I have no problem with the incentives on the contract. Let me straight up say, no problem with the incentive on the contract. If you're paying, like, you give them the minimum of what you're able to give them, and then you have, like, Baker Mayfield had a bunch of incentives on his contract. You threw out Drew Lock, I'm going to throw out Baker Mayfield.
But Drew Lock is a perfect example because Drew Lock has not proven himself anywhere. So he could be like, hey, I know what I bring to the table. If I throw 15 passing touchdowns, I want $500,000 in my bank. If I throw
and you can build up a higher contract off of that, where if he shows that he can hit those incentives, you raise the money and you lower as many incentives on that contract, and you can build off of that. You can build a decent. It's also a way of building up potentially a team around you, where if you put him in there, he proves that he's able to hit all these different incentives. You up what he's getting paid, and you lower some of the incentives. You still have some on there, so there's like set goals like the playoffs or something like that. And you continue going. I'm just moving past him at this point.
Bro, the Reds lost to the White Sox 14-1.
I love spring training.
Spring training means absolutely nothing, bro.
And so you have where it's able to. Now, my problem with high guarantee contracts is what the Giants are facing right now with Daniel Jones, where we have $40 million.
That's why he took his guaranteed. That's what leads to dead cap.
But now he has nothing to prove to them because he proved that he's a piece of shit quarterback. We had one really good season with him, gave him the thing, and I told everybody, watch him flop. As soon as they pay him this, he's going to fall. It was a 1-year thing, and what did he show? It was a 1-year thing, and he fell straight down immediately.
Who are you talking about?
Jones.
So,
you talking about Danny Dimes?
Too.
They gave him more than a 1-year contract.
I really
do. It was
a
4-year, $40 mil.
That
how much was guaranteed?
It was $40 mil a year guaranteed.
40 mil.
40 mil a year guaranteed?
Yeah.
So you got to pay him $40 mil for the next 3 years.
I really do think we'll
and that's
see
the problem with
eventually happen in the NFL is something that I know baseball's done forever, but I don't know about any of the other sports. Split contracts. Like, for example, say the Commanders would come to the Giants and be like, hey, we will take Daniel Jones off your hands, but we're only going to pay him 10 mil of his 40 mil a year. You got to fork up the other 30 because you signed him to it. I could see that coming into the league too.
And here's another thing too, because you brought up baseball, and it's super interesting because it seems like a lot of baseball players also get drafted to the MLB because they're just so fucking talented. So in a world, because I remember when Kyler Murray was coming out of college, that makes me feel old. I would just like to point that out there. When Kyler Murray was coming out of, holy fuck, that makes me feel old. When Kyler Murray was coming out of college, the big deal with him was he going to go play baseball or was he going to go play football? I was in the camp of baseball because longer longevity equals more money down the line, easier on the body, all that. With all this guaranteed money now in the NFL, do you think more and more people who are trying to decide, baseball or football, do you think they're going to go to the NFL and get their guaranteed money?
No, because you look at Shohei. And not everybody is Shohei, but 70 mil, and then you take a $50 million contract if you're able to get one, and have it deferred for $1 million a year for the rest of the next 50 years. You are set for life, and you have set your family for life. So, I still think it'll be a healthy balance.
But don't you think, I don't know, if a team looked at me and they said, hey, after your rookie contract, we're going to give you 4 years. Let's purely hypothetical here. Eli, I want your input too. Purely hypothetical. QB coming out of college, after your rookie contract, you are our guy. You are our franchise quarterback. We're going to guarantee you $110 million.
Over how many years?
Do you think 3 years? 4 years. I think of 3-4 years, that's typical NFL contract. Let's say a team comes to you and they say that at the draft. I don't think you can say that, but let's say they do. And they're trying to decide whether they want to go to the MLB and chase that Shohei type of contract, or do they want to go to the NFL? That way they know they have that $150 million, however much I said, guaranteed. I don't know. I have always been on the baseball train because I like the contract system in baseball way better than the NFL. I think the NFL's contract system is just way too archaic and bare bones. I think they should add split contracts and such, but that's a topic for an entirely different conversation. So let's say all this guaranteed money, you still don't think that they're going to the MLB?
No, because here's the thing. Say I take that and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll go play for your MLB. I'll go play for your NFL team. I'll be your starting quarterback. And then once we work out my rookie contract, I'll sign for you. I go out my second season on my rookie deal and I get Lawrence Taylor and just my knee explodes. They're not going to hold up their end of the deal.
Exactly. So you still think people are going to go to the MLB?
Oh, yeah.
Eli?
I can see where they would go to the MLB on the contracts and everything, but I think a lot of the people where you have in the NFL, looking at it from that perspective, something I know a lot more than the MLB, a lot of those people, I just think kind of look at those contracts. Now, you have some of the ones that play because they enjoy the team. Like Patrick Mahomes is taking a pay cut for his team to be able to get cap space. $22 million.
Well, he's also
Patrick
fucking Mahomes, and he can probably play for 40 years, and he'll get paid $1 billion to do so.
But you know that he enjoys the team, enjoys the coach, and enjoys the game.
City.
It's in the city.
Don't think I didn't catch that, Cliff. I saw it.
Yeah.
There's so many things that he enjoys there. I think as long as you have that in any sport in general, but the people that go money chasing, they're going to go for the guaranteed over the, I could do this and I could get so much for like the MLB contract. They're going to be looking at that guaranteed and be going, I'm going to get this for sure. Win, lose, or draw, I got this. This is what I'm going to get.
So you think if more guaranteed money continues in the NFL, you think more of these in-between people are going to go to the NFL because that is guaranteed money that these teams are supposedly promising?
I think they're going to, because they're seeing a lot of players, and I understand a lot of the hate I have towards Daniel Jones just comes from how the Giants team has played lately. But it goes towards that, where he had one good season, we signed him to a $40 million, and now we're here. We're here with Drew Lock as quarterback, potentially, and a draft pick in the first round, number 6, where we may get JJ, we may get somebody else. There's so much to this.
There is levels to it, and I agree. I just don't know, because I feel that in the world of sports, it very much so has become a business and not like, you grow up loving a team and you want to play for them. Like, you grow up a Raiders fan and you want to play for the Raiders. And I agree. And I actually had a conversation with someone from Dr. Pepper, actually, at like the party I worked at, one of the higher ups. Yeah, you goddamn right, exactly. That's why we love Dr. Pepper around here. Great people over at Dr. Pepper. But we actually had to talk about loyalty and all these NFL draft, like there's no loyalty anymore. Like, it is almost solely about money nowadays. And sports, I feel like with that, sports is slowly dying because it is such a tight-knit, loyal fandom.
You could put that with the NIL deals, too.
Oh, don't get me started. You want to start talking about NIL?
No.
I got to go grab another Coors Light for this NIL.
Caleb Williams got paid the same amount as somebody in 2 years on the NIL deal as somebody else that would with the NFL contract in 1 year. It's so dumb. I don't know what I just got started.
Yeah, you got him going, which means now...
This man wanted chaos, and I came back after having Raggedy Ann in the chair, and this is what was happening.
Yeah, you got him going.
This man's...
And now he's getting another Coors Light, because Bud Light won't pay him nothing.
He's going to watch this video back, and he's going to edit it.
You think that he watches our video? You think he watches the podcast?
He's going to hate all this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we talking about the NIL or what? What are you guys talking about?
No,
I think we need to probably hit the Premier League. I think we've hit a lot of the NFL topics. I think we need to hit the Premier League. Like my number 5 team in Tottenham.
Tottenham right now is 5th on the table, switching from American football to the beautiful game. The Premier League.
The world game.
The best team. The world game, exactly. And the world's game in the Premier League, the league of them all. The Gunners are on the top of the table. Arsenal number 1, baby. What?
Wait, what year is it? Because it's 2024, right? Not 2023? Because I distinctly remember this happening last year.
Literally, not only that, we also beat Porto. We beat fucking Porto today, which is actually massive because they low-key have had our number years and years and years.
Champions or the Europa?
Champions, yeah. We beat them 1-0. It went to penalties, actually. It went to fucking penalties.
So you know what that means, right? So in the Champions League, you play a match home and a match away. They combine the 2 scores. Away goals don't matter anymore. So if it's tied, they go to a penalty shootout after the second game. So that means that you couldn't put Porto away within 180 minutes. So you then had to go to the penalty shootout.
Hey, it doesn't matter because we got it done. And that's all that matters. We got the job done. We beat Porto, and we're moving on. Because I saw something earlier today that said they beat us like 6-0 a few years ago. Yep. I'm not going to lie. That scared me shitless. I thought we were going to get fucking taken out of the Champions.
That was a much different Porto team, though.
Yeah, we can talk about the Champions League if we really want to. But your table right now for the foreseeable future, because they take about a month off about now, don't they? Right before that final stint, they really...
No.
They don't?
Not unless there's an international break but I didn't think we had an international break. I thought we just got back from one.
Yeah, because Arsenal versus Chelsea Crystal Palace versus Newcastle, Man U versus Sheffield United, the Wolves and Bournemouth are all postponed. And so is Everton, Liverpool, and Brighton, Man City are all postponed.
It must have been weather because they play again this weekend, March 16th. So it looks like...
Oh, this weekend is March 16th. Okay.
So it looks like they must have had some weather or
I don't
something.
know. The way... The broadcast I watched on Peacock, the way that they explained it was this is kind of like their break. Like they take like a month-ish break and then like they play their final little leg of the season. I guess I misinterpreted that. That's on me. I'm not a big Premier League fan. I am slowly getting into it, but I am a very big Arsenal fan. So right now, Arsenal sits atop of the table at 64 points, but they will get that goal differential unless they fall off the wagon or something. Because their goal differential is 46, and the next closest behind them, I do believe, is 39 in Liverpool, who is second right now with also 64 points. So Arsenal will get that point for a goal differential, so they're technically sitting at 65. Cliff, you kind of look confused. What?
Oh no,
am I saying something wrong?
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just looking at the strength of schedules for the rest of the year and seeing how fucked you are.
Gotcha. Well, third is Man City. Fourth is Aston Villa.
Rough.
Fifth, the old Tottenham Hotspurs.
My favorite Mambo number.
Eli, you want to hit him with it?
Hit him with it?
You want to hit him with it?
Hit him with it? What do we think of Tottenham?
We can hit him with it if you want to. It's your team.
Are we hitting the glory Tottenham Hotspurs?
I will not sing that. I will call Tottenham shit. I will not sing a Tottenham
What do we think of Tottenham?
Shit.
What do we think of shit?
Tottenham.
Thank you. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Tottenham at number 5 in the table for the Premier League. West Ham at 7. Brighton at 8. The Wolves at 9. Newcastle at 10. And Chelsea at 11. And I can tell you right now, that is a glorious sight to see. Any chance Chelsea can just not exist, I am all for.
I do need to call out 2 things. One,
what?
United is 6th, knocking on 5th. You skipped them. Anyway, number 2.
No, I said them at 6 and then West Ham at 7.
No, you did not say 6th. I was listening.
I definitely said Man U at 6, West Ham at 7, Brighton at 8, Wolves at 9.
But anyway, little Luton Town is in a position with a game in hand. They have a chance to not only get clear of relegation, but if they close the season the way they have played so far, this team has a chance to stay in the Premier League for another year. This is the team whose stadium is like built in a British suburb. And honestly, they're a Cinderella team this year. And honestly, the fact they're not last is amazing. So I just wanted to call that out real quick.
I'll probably say low-key, I know I'm not supposed to like other Premier League teams. I'm very low-key a Nottingham Forest fan. I don't know what it is about that team. I like them. I literally don't know what it is. I like
How did he get soccer?
He said he wanted it.
What do you mean how I get soccer?
Wait, what did you just call them?
Not I call them like I shortened it because on the table it's shortened. It's Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
Literally on the table it just says NOTTM Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham.
Yeah, I know the team's name. I just shortened it. It's Nottingham Forest FC. I like them. I don't know what it is.
Well,
I just like
they're
them.
also like Arsenal. They used to be great, and now they're not. So.
Well, Arsenal is still great, and there's going to be many greatness to come from this Arsenal team.
Tottenham just matches all the other teams I like, so.
I cannot tell you how much I like Odegaard. I love Odegaard.
Hey, he's acting like the Celtics right now.
I love Saka. Fucking Kai. I love Kai. This entire team, like...
I can diss the Celtics. They're my favorite team.
When I go back and look, and people are like, "Oh, what's your favorite Arsenal team?" I'll probably have to say the 2023-24 Arsenal team
because it's the only one you've paid attention to.
Exactly, it's the team that got me into.
You want to know why?
Premier League.
Because
they're good.
If there was any real soccer fan, football fan, whatever fan, who claims to be an Arsenal fan, they would say the Invincibles, the team that went an entire year and didn't lose a single match.
Yeah, and you act like I don't know that's a fucking team. I'm not going to try and take someone else's team from a sport that I'm not particularly a fan of. I have respect for the club and its fans, Cliff. Unlike some people who just become a Man United fan out of nowhere.
I've been a Man United fan for the last 15 years, my guy.
No, you grew up an Arsenal fan and you fucking know it.
I
Robin
did
Van
not.
Persie was your guy.
Yeah.
Robin Van Persie was your guy.
And then he left to the best club in England, and I stayed at the best club in England.
No. That's my little powwow on the Premier League table.
So
the teams face. Well, I guess I should talk about the teams facing relegation since that is a thing. And you kind of already talked about Luton Town down there at 18. Luton Town facing relegation. I'm not gonna lie. I pray that it's Everton that gets relegated.
They got hit with the penalties for all their financial infractions, so it'll be a very uphill climb for them.
Who did?
Everton.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure we're talking about the same team. Yeah, I'm on my third Coors Light, so we're chugging here. But I'm just not an Everton fan. I've never been a big Everton fan. Ever.
The only good thing to come out of Everton was two things that have been good to come out of Everton: Wayne Rooney and Tim Howard.
Oh, I love Wayne Rooney.
Oh, I love him, man. He's so great.
So, ideal scenario would be Luton Town takes 17, Everton drops down to 18. But your final three facing relegation as of now are Luton Town, little tiny Cinderella story down there at 18, Burnley at 19, and Sheffield United at 20. Both 20 and 19 are sitting at 14 points, Luton Town at 21 points. So that is your Premier League wrap-up. A little recap, a little table look here. Gunners on top, and that's how it'll stay for the foreseeable future.
So, the world of motorsports is cracking, as you would expect. Formula One,
F1's back.
We've had 2 races, and Max has won both by a combined margin of, I think, 10 seconds already. So, Max Verstappen is your 2024 champion of the world. However, I want to quickly shout out the Ferrari reserve driver. He is a 18-year-old from England who had to race because I believe it was Leclerc. His appendix was going to explode and kill him. So he got the seat, and not only did he get the seat, he got points in his debut race. So good for him. Hopefully Logan Sargent can get a couple points before the year's over, so that way he's not 21st in a 20-driver championship, because it's happened before, and, I'm a real big Logan Sargent guy. Outside of that, NASCAR has been rolling along. Christopher Bell won this week in Phoenix. IndyCar, Joseph Newgarden brought it home at the opener in...
We watched Christopher Bell on the dirt.
Oh yeah, way back when.
Low key, I think that might be my favorite part about racing is like going and seeing these guys at like the local dirt tracks or Winchester or whatever it may be, and they turn around and they win NASCAR. Like, I'm waiting for the day William Sawalich wins a fucking NASCAR Cup Series race. I will go absolutely fucking ballistic when this 20-year-old wins a fucking NASCAR race. He's not 20 right now. I think he'll be 20 when he wins. He's like 17, 18 right now. Because he started when he was like 14.
Yeah.
And I'm at that age now where I'm looking at these dudes and I'm like, these fucking guys are younger than me. like I low key, I used to kind of be a big hater. Like, oh, I could do that. Like if a 14-year-old was out there and I was a 14-year-old, oh, I could do that. That's fucking easy. That shit is not fucking easy. If they're doing that shit at 14, they are a goddamn prodigy. And William Sawalich was out there at age 15 taking pictures with me at Winchester. I am praying for the best in that man's career. Maybe one day I can even work for him. I'd love to work for that man. That is not a boy, that is a man. That is a man amongst men.
Yeah.
That is not a boy amongst men.
We actually have two other things to talk about. IndyCar, Joseph Newgarden brought home the season opener. So, as expected, Joseph Newgarden, probably setting up to choke the title away after the Indy 500 like it does every year. And we actually had some...
You say that, but he literally only won last year.
Yeah, I know. But
hey, don't worry. He set a new precedent.
Shit.
I see the vision.
We actually have big news coming out of the dirt world. Bobby Pierce, along with 2 other drivers who do not have the name power as Bobby Pierce does, were actually disqualified from the World of Outlaw season opener in Volusia Speedway down in Florida for bad tires. They failed the foreign substance check on the tires at the end of the race. So not only were all 3 of those drivers disqualified, they were fined 280 points from the point standings and fined a bunch of money for breaking the rules.
Logano and the gloves.
Yeah, we had Logano trying to sneak in some webbed gloves thinking he was Spider-Man.
Which is crazy, like... I don't know why that was such a big deal, but it was.
I mean, it's a safety
Apparently
thing.
It can help with the grip.
It's a safety thing.
Eli, how do you feel about Bobby Pierce's tires not passing check? How do you think that's going to affect his legacy in the dirt world, in the dirt scene?
I don't think Eli knows who Bobby Pierce is.
Probably never heard the name Bobby Pierce until today.
I just had one of the lyrics from, I think it's called, the song's Loser, and it's drive by, and then my brain just went Bobby Pierce.
Shit.
So you think Bobby Pierce is a loser now?
Oh God, don't say that.
Is what I'm hearing. Now, I could be wrong. Am I mixing Bobby Pierce is like, he's pretty fiery, isn't he?
Oh,
isn't he like
yes, but he is also, he's
okay.
about my age. But he's been doing this for about
fined.
3 or 4 years, and he is known for being the dude who will take your spot. He won't race you for it, he will take it. I actually got to see him race at Austen a couple of years ago. He
and that's the thing is, like, he is good, too. Bobby Pierce, like, I don't even know if they have highlights videos of it. Can you even look up Bobby Pierce?
I mean, you'll see a couple of him at Eldora, but I don't know if they have many.
Yeah, Bobby Pierce takes aim at Superman's undefeated streak, conquering the dome. Oh, that's actually not a bad one. I've seen that. Conquering the dome, Bobby Pierce is a pretty good video.
It is, yeah.
8 minutes over there on the YouTube Flow Racing's little own feature story on Bobby Pierce. I'd look into it. He's talented.
Oh, yeah. If he wants to stay in dirt forever, he's going to be the best that ever does it.
That's a crazy thing to say, seeing all the people that have come through dirt. He is so good.
I agree.
So, Eli, knowing that now, how does that affect his legacy?
Moving on, folks.
Well, Eli, you're going to be happy to know that Bryce Harper is still with the Phillies, and MLB spring training is going on right now.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm going to make it quick. I know MLB spring training means absolutely nothing, but I'm going to just read off to you CBS MLB. There are 4 spring training takeaways that actually matter. First off, Spencer Strider coming out of college. Big name coming out of college. Starting pitcher for Atlanta, number 99. Has a new pitch. Well, new. It's a pitch he had once upon a time and then didn't really throw it. Now he's back to throwing it. It's a curveball. So Spencer Strider did throw a curveball in college, and then he had Tommy John surgery, so he shelved it. He didn't throw it anymore. Too much wear and tear on the arm. Now it's back. So, and the big issue with Spencer Strider is that his stuff is good. It's elite stuff. He's got 2 pitches. That's it. So, in his major league career, he's only been a 2-pitch, and he's threw 94% fastball and sliders. That's what he throws is fastball and sliders, and he's gonna. And what's crazy is he's good enough to blow it right by you, and it's got just enough movement on it to make you, like. You want to get that bat off the shoulder. You want to swing through it, but you're like, it might move, it might break. He throws those fastballs and sliders like a demon. He had a 3.36 ERA and ranked first in strikeouts. So now he's added this curveball. It's an 11-5 curveball with some sweep. So 12-6. I mean, think about it like a clock. 12-6. You throw a curveball. You release it up here. By the time it hits this, let's say this is a strike zone. You release the ball up here. It's going to start up here. It's going to break right down to that corner. 11-5, more of a sweeping motion rather than a drop. So curveballs, you typically throw it, you want the bottom to drop out on it, they fucking swing and looking up at the stars. 5-6 is more of a sweeping motion. So keep an eye on Spencer Strider. He will be deadly for the Atlanta Braves. Anthony Rizzo, former Cub, now New York Yankee. I still refuse to back him because he played for the Cubs. He's looked healthy and he's looked good in his spring spring training so far. And that is massive for the Yankees because he is a big, big piece of that team. Jung-Ho Lee for the Giants showing up. Very impressive pop in his bat. He's only 25, won't turn 26 until August. His career, his batting line, .34 in his 7 seasons over in Japan. This will be his first season in the MLB. He won Rookie of the Year in 2017 and MVP in 2022. This dude is the real deal. Please, for the love of God, keep an eye on him and the San Francisco Giants. I would not be surprised if he leads them to maybe a playoff berth and a possible deep playoff run, depending on how the Giants really put things together out there in San Fran. Fourth and finally, the Angels are running the bases like demons. So the big thing with spring training is that it doesn't really matter. No one cares. I mean, look at these two. They're on the podcast with me, and they're all looking at their phones. They don't give a shit.
What the hell?
I don't know. Eli's looking on his phone. I just made a generalization that you're also looking at your phone. Apologies if you aren't. But I make that point because stealing bases in spring training is like stealing candy from a kid. Anyone can do it. It's just somewhat morally wrong. The Angels, it doesn't matter. They are stealing bases like demons. They stole, so going into Monday this week, 30 steals on spring training, 6 more than any other team, and 42 attempts. Not only that, their attempts are more than any other team in the MLB during spring training. I can already hear it now. But they can get hurt. But what if they get hurt stealing a base? The Angels don't give a shit. They lost Shohei. They have Mike Trout. Let these motherfuckers steal bases. And that is your 4 spring training takeaways that actually matter.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've been waiting for all night. It is time for the Ace in the Hole Sports Parlay. I bring 3 events as the reigning defending champion. The challengers each bring 1. I'm going to name off my first one. We have the NASCAR Xfinity race at the Circuit of the Americas.
What's the order here? Because I got to go grab another Coors Light.
Well, we're going to go... For this one, it's Eli, Austen, me.
All right, I got time.
So Eli...
Eli's got to figure out who he wants.
What's the race?
The NASCAR Xfinity race at COTA.
Oh, so it's not even the one I was looking at.
No.
Cool.
It is the NASCAR Xfinity race.
Nice fucking... Hang on, I gotta find the freaking guys. Hang on.
I put it... Oh, are you not on the dock?
No.
I put a link in the dock. My bad.
I'm right here. I've already almost crashed.
My bad.
I'm not risking Google today.
I don't have another way to send you the link, so
I got it. I got the standings. I got the races.
Who's number 1? I'll make sure you have the right one.
Chandler Smith.
Yes, you do have the right one.
I know some names on this list.
You should know one name in particular, AJ Allmendinger. He is the road course maestro.
I know Chandler Smith,
Who's
Austin
the open
Hill,
wheel
Cole Custer,
monster.
Sheldon Creed, AJ Allmendinger, Brandon Jones, Parker Kligerman.
So yeah, Eli, who you got?
Wow, this is really different when I know some of these people.
I know, right?
I could pick Eric Almirola.
You could.
Man. Definitely not going to, though. Damn. I'm definitely not freaking picking Natalie Decker. Hell no.
Jeffrey Earnhardt? Frankie Muntz from Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah, Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. You want to pick him? I know you want to pick him.
I thought about
What's
Ryan
crazy
Truex,
is
but he doesn't have a number.
He's actually been racing for so
really
long.
Good.
He's good. He's good.
You know what? Shits and giggles. Give me Colchester.
Good pick.
That's not actually
Good
a bad pick. That's a good pick. I'm a big fan of that pick.
Good pick. Good pick.
I am going the road course demon AJ Allmendinger.
I am taking the Australian superstar Shane Van Gisbergen. He won.
Shane Ginzenberg.
He
won on the streets of Chicago and has not won since, though.
He hasn't really raced since, though.
He's raced a couple times.
He's raced the ovals so far this year, but this is the first road course of the year. And for those of you who are new here, when we do these, especially for stuff like this, is whoever finishes the highest gets the point. However, if for some reason all three of our people wreck and none of them beat the other, then we have to call it there. But all right, Eli, what is your event?
Well, we go from your Australian pick to Ireland, but they're not really in Ireland. And Boston is the Boston Celtics, March 18th against the Detroit Pistons.
What? Why even make the... So, Celtics versus Pistons. What day?
March 18th.
I'll go first.
My medication's kicking in.
I'll go first. I'm taking the Celtics.
You taking the Celtics?
Yeah.
You're taking the Celtics over the Pistons?
Yes. I'm enacting my championship decree. I'm going first. I'm taking the Celtics.
Austin, you're taking Celtics, and why?
I'm actually taking the Pistons. This is one of those picks. It's the NBA. There's over 160 games. There's no way the Celtics are winning. Whatever. Listen, I am on my fourth Coors Light. I have had an
That's a choice.
Today. Listen. Don't coming after me, all right? It's my birthday. Let me be. My bad. I got the MLB mixed up with the NBA in my inebriated state. I think that's allowed to have Celtics, a mistake or two.
But if you got the thing pulled up, you can type it.
Yeah.
Right.
I got the Pistons. I don't know. This is a championship pick. Every once in a while, a champion has to make a pick that is out there in order to win. This is one of those picks. Give me the Pistons. The Detroit Pistons.
Alrighty. So.
The Piston Cup.
For mine, we actually do go to Ireland, as we are looking at the match day 5 of the Six Nations tournament, as Ireland takes on Scotland in rugby. Match day 5, end of the group stage.
I know who I'm picking.
Eli, who do you have?
Okay.
Good old green, white, and orange on the flag. The leprechauns are running. Patrick's taking out the snakes. Good old Saint. I'm going with Ireland.
All right. Austin, who do you have?
Are you sure that this already hasn't happened? Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
March
16th. Yeah, so 2023, Ireland beat Scotland. I also think Ireland is going to beat Scotland once again. I was just going to go on a little talk about how SportsLink, one of the programs I'm a part of here at Ball State, actually traveled over to Wales and got to produce a rugby game and a soccer match and all this other stuff in conjoinment with Cardiff Met.
Wow.
Over there in Wales. So a select group of students got to go over for 10 days. They made, I think they're still working on, but 7 feature stories within those 10 days. A bunch of live sports. One day alone, they produced 6 hours of live sports.
That is
continuously.
Crazy.
So, big shout out to SportsLink. I love everyone in there. They're great. Love SportsLink. Love Al Szymanski. Go watch some of this stuff if you haven't. Big up to Al.
I got Ireland. The event you pick.
All three of us.
Everyone's got Ireland. Everyone's got
Ireland. Is one of the best up-and-coming rugby nations in the world. They've been climbing to the top for a long time.
So then, is it my turn next for my event, I'm guessing? So, my event, I'm going very close to home. We all know how much I love Ball State Esports. That's my family. We got Ball State Overwatch versus Miami of Ohio. What's special about this is that this is the first time another team will be coming to Ball State to play in a LAN event for the ESC, which is basically the MAC of esports. Because it's got all the same schools in it, just a couple extras. Miami, so since you two are very I'm not going to say uneducated on the subject because I just feel like that's mean, but it's true. You guys don't know collegiate Overwatch. And that's fine. It's my job to know collegiate Overwatch and not you guys. Miami is very, very good. They are our rival in Overwatch. It is us in Miami and no one else. So it will be a great game. It probably will be a 3-2. I am obviously taking Ball State because there are only 3 guarantees in this life. Death, taxes,
and the birds on top.
How cold is that line? Like, be honest with me. How cold? Like, I dropped that on air. How cold is that line?
I think it's pretty alright.
Because, like, everyone, like, all the freshmen and, like, sophomores, even juniors that are, like, joining the program, like, since Rocket League was our first one, and I'm one of the main Rocket League casters, I dropped that, and that's, like, their battle cry now is, like, death, taxes, birds on top. So, like, that's my little piece of my legacy.
There you go.
For Ball State Esports is death, taxes, birds on top.
Eli.
I'd like to shout out to Chris Van Vliet. That have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
Of him and John Cena where he's like, I'd like to shake that man's hand.
Yeah.
I'd like to shake that man's hand who came up with death, taxes, birds on top. Because that is not me. That man was possessed by something deep in him.
So Eli, Miami of Ohio or Ball State?
Give me Ball State.
It's the only correct answer here. Defending ESC champ in Overwatch. Your Ball State Cardinals.
So, our last one, we're doing something I want to do for a long time. It lines up perfectly. Who do you think is going to win the 2024 Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament?
Ooh.
Eli, you're first. I can go down the seedings if you want me to.
Yeah, because I don't know who's in it.
So we have the 1 seed Purdue, 2 seed Illinois, 3 seed Nebraska, 4 seed Northwestern. 5 is Wisconsin, 6 is IU, 7 is Iowa, 8 is Michigan State, 9 is Minnesota, 10 is Ohio State, 11 is Penn State, 12 is Maryland, 13 is Rutgers, and 14 is Michigan. So, those are your picks for the Big Ten. Those are your 14 options for the Big Ten title tourney, the end of season tournament.
So is Eli going first? Because I've already got my pick looking at the bracket.
I mean, you can go first.
I will do Eli the solid because I'm very inebriated and it is my birthday, so I'm going to take my birthday privilege. I think Illinois is going to upset Purdue in the final. Now, Illinois can fall to a trap game to either 10-seeded Ohio State or 7-seeded Iowa. I also have to use the bathroom very bad. But I think Illinois is going to continue on that trap game. I think they have what it takes to beat Zach Edey and Purdue. And I'd also like to take this moment because we don't talk about Purdue. First of all, fuck Purdue. Second of all, Zach Edey, you need to learn to throw your weight around. You are a big dude. For the love of God, get in the paint and play like you're a big dude. You just need to put some weight on that frame and you will be unstoppable. Just don't turn into Zion Williamson, though. I got the big orange. I got the Fighting Illini of Illinois.
I think I'm going to take, just because they've had a really good season so far, I don't see it stopping either. I think I'm going to take Purdue. I'm not somebody that typically likes taking Purdue for anything.
Really? You sure for that, Eli?
Yeah, about as sure as I think Austen's going to be very mad when he looks back at this episode tomorrow and continuously sees himself getting up, even though he tells us not to do it every episode.
Well, I'm going to wait for him to get back, so that way he can hear what I have to say.
And, sorry, it sounded like somebody was, like, right outside the door hitting metal together. For those of you that don't know, everybody is asleep in my house, and I'm the only one up in the area of my house that I'm in.
He's going to come back and be out of Coors Light.
I hope. God, I hope.
It's his birthday. Come on, what else are you supposed to do?
I'm all for off the rails. We have gone way off the rails.
Nah, I don't think we've gone far enough.
I don't know what the hell that sound was. It was something, though.
Eli, you're going to have to go back in and edit this out.
I'm not editing shit.
You've got to edit this
I'm
out.
not editing.
Don't make me start saying some Crispin Wall, Vince McMahon shit.
It's why I keep speaking. So there's no like pauses in between this, so it doesn't like delete it off. He can't delete it off because there's no pausing, and we can't get rid of it. It's just there. He has to physically edit this out for it to be gone. No pauses at all. It's just there. There, and there. No pauses. He has to edit it if he's going to edit it.
So, you muted yourself.
Mike's muted.
I'm aware I muted myself because I was going to go use the bathroom.
So, I just wanted you to come back to here. I'm selling my soul to the devil, and I'm putting it on Purdue.
Oh! No! What kind of man have you become? You were brought up in an IU household, an IU family, and here you are picking the devil!
Yep.
You think Zach Edey means that much to these Purdue Boilermakers, and you think they truly... See, here is my big issue with Purdue. When it comes to the big games, when it comes to tourney time, they are just as bad as Notre Dame, and they will fold.
That's the
they
thing, though,
will be.
I have to look at who they're going to play. So they're either going to play Michigan State or Minnesota. That's a win. And then they're probably going to play either Wisconsin or Northwestern. They beat up on them all year. So then you have to look at who's going to come out of the South side of the bracket. Illinois is going to choke it away. So that's their biggest threat. Purdue has whooped Nebraska. So I just don't see a combination happen to where...
I don't know. Have you watched Illinois play this year?
I have, but that's the thing. They played at the level of their opponents.
You say that like Purdue doesn't. Purdue is literally the play to your opponent fucking university. That's why their that's why their little logo is a P. It stands for play to your opponent. That is why once a year they will always upset one Big Ten team in football and then lose to Fresno State because they don't know how to play unless they play to their opponent.
So,
and I don't think someone like that will win the Big Ten. I think Illinois. I don't know. Something about that Illinois team is speaking to me. From that 2 seed, let's say you face number 7 Iowa, you beat them. You're probably going to play. I don't know. Let's say Indiana has a good run. You play number 6 seed Indiana if they get through Nebraska.
I really just have a weird feeling that IU is going to get hot, but IU's lost to Purdue by 20 and then 40 this year. They lost at 20 at home. So.
Oh, I agree. I don't think IU is beating Purdue. Sorry, but it's Indiana basketball is not. It has not been the same since like the 80s or 90s. It just hasn't. And as much as we like to relish in those olden days,
Cody Zeller, Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, it's just not like exactly. That's how far back you have to go to pull some names out that are actually notable.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield came from I don't know why I think Buddy Hield came from Indiana. I know he came from like Oklahoma.
Yeah.
For some reason, he just feels like an Indiana player.
All right.
But like Indiana basketball has not had the same gusto as it had when Bob Knight and they were winning all these championships and such. I will say the Memorial Hall is unlike any other indoor venues that I have been to.
Beautiful. Eli, take us away before we get off track again.
I was literally about to say, I just want to say this and I'll dip. I'll let you guys have it. You can sit anywhere in that venue and feel all of the noise.
Come on, Eli.
What happened? I legit lifted my headset up and just had you guys as white noise. What's happening?
We're on you. Your end of show shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I am not in any state to guess anyone.
3.
Then you'll love mine.
I assume.
Yeah,
3.
just give me whatever. Give me what you, because I know you. Yeah, we'll do.
Cliff,
we'll do 3
people.
I am saying we're doing 3 because we're at an hour 43.
Okay, 1, 2, or 3, Austen.
Give me whatever one you had in mind when you were picking them, because I know you do it the same way that I do it, and you pick things based on the person who you hope gets it. So give me the one you hope I would have got.
So,
okay. This woman is born June 23rd, 1940, St. Bethlehem, Tennessee, United States. Country, United States.
Have athletes,
Sports,
by the way.
track and field. Club,
these are athletes.
PSU Tiger Bellies, Nashville. Retired 1962. Olympics finals 1956 Summer Olympics. 1960 Summer Olympics.
I'm cooked, bro. I am so cooked right now.
Gold 1960 Rome 100 meter. Gold 1960 200 meter. Gold 1960 Rome. 100 meter relay. Bronze 1956 Melbourne. 100 meter relay.
So a very famous sprinter. Because you said 4x100.
A very
right?
famous woman sprinter from the 50s.
How the fuck would I know this? That's what I want to know. You picked this with me in mind. So how would I... Give me a hint.
Well, I will say, I thought they played polo.
How would that help me at all?
No. I misread, and it says they overcame polio as a child.
So let me get this straight. You are so defeated that you want to go all the way back to the polio era in order to try and stump me, knowing the state that I am in. Okay, I got you.
I also got to take these off because in this room I'm reflecting what I see on my phone. I don't like being
Eli, you act like I can even comprehend what is on my screen right now.
They had some nicknames. I don't know if I can say two of these nicknames. Skeeter, the Black Gazelle, the Tornado, the Black Pearl, the Flash, the Track Star.
I'm going to be honest. I am not going to get this. My only thought to this, and
I will say,
it is the only sprinter
First
that
name?
I know is a
go.
modern female sprinter that was not born in 1940. She was probably
I will
born in
give
like
you
1998.
two
But
hints
go off.
on being able to guess her name. One
Okay.
is a Flintstone character for the first name, and last name is one of the reindeer. Like Santa's reindeer.
Is it something Vixen?
No.
How are you going to hit me with a sprinter from the fucking 40s and expect me to
I'm
get
trying to
it?
figure out what's the big deal here. There isn't one.
How?
He hit random
he-
on his athlete shit, and that's how he got this one. That's how he got it.
So, here, I want you to tell me how you know this person.
Oh, I know this
Because
person?
they're from
Yeah.
my part of the world, Eli.
Yeah, they're from Italy.
No.
Well, they competed in Italy. My bad. They're from Tennessee,
Clarksville,
first and
Tennessee.
foremost. They died in Tennessee. They're not from Clarksville, Tennessee. I already said they're from St. Bethlehem, Tennessee. Their birthday is 3 days
It's
before mine,
Tennessee,
jackass.
all the same. So I guarantee you, it's a Tennessee sprinter, and I don't know her name. I'm going to go ahead and throw in the towel because I don't think anyone could guess a sprinter that was born in 1943. That was before the colored camera, Eli.
It's because they are aligned with and a superstar with Cassius Clay. Do you know who Cassius Clay is?
Yes, I know who Cassius Clay is.
Miss Wilma Rudolph has been talked amongst with him. Thank you very much.
See, I've heard that name. No way in hell I could pick her out of a crowd.
Cliff, are you
no
ready?
way in hell.
If it's someone like that, we can just skip over your shit.
I'm literally taking like 2, maybe 4 of the biggest L's I ever will tonight because I'm about to go grab another Coors Light.
Go.
And I will not be able to guess a single person that has ever said.
This lady comes from Montreal, Canada. She has a singles record of 5 career titles.
Canadian tennis
highest
player.
ranking is number 3. She won the Australian Open 1995, French Open in 2000. She was quarterfinals 1996 and 2005 of Wimbledon, and was in the finals of the 2005 U.S. Open. She was quarterfinals of the Grand Slam Cup in 1999, tour finals in 1997 and 2005, and the Olympic Games quarterfinals in 2004. In doubles, she has 197 to 116, 10 career titles. Highest rank is number 3. Australian Open finals 2000, French Open win 2000, Wimbledon third round 2002 and 2004, U.S. Open semifinals 1999. She was also in the Olympic Games in the doubles tournament of in the second round of 1996 and 2004. She has mixed doubles career title 1. She was in the first round of the Australian.
That mixed doubles tournament win at? Where was that at?
Wimbledon, 2005.
It's May. May is her first name.
Close. I will say close. It's not May, though. The name's close. I say it just because I'm impressed with how close you got to the name.
I could have sworn
she's also led the Fed Cup.
Her first name was May.
She is right-handed, and she has two-handed backhand.
Well, yeah, but most people
have two-handed backhand. Oh, I don't want to say that. Never mind.
It's not May?
Wait, you said it's close to May?
Her first name is close to May, yes.
So it is not Billie Jean King?
No.
Okay. That, by the way, that is a great guessing athlete.
Is her first name Mary?
Yes.
Can we count that as a win?
I think I'll count it as a win. Mary Caroline Pierce.
Pierce, okay.
And then the last one.
Not getting that last name.
From Wesley Chapel, Florida, United States. She plays right-handed with a two-handed backhand. Her singles record is 430 to 176.
That is actually such an impressive record.
Highest ranking, number 1. She won the Australian Open 2001, 2002, French Open 2001. She was a semifinalist 1991, 2001.
I'll take that. that.
Wimbledon semifinalist 1991, 2001. U.S. Open semifinalist 1991, 2001, 2003, 2004. Tour finals, semifinal 2002, 2003. Doubles, she's 66 and 50 with 1 career title. Highest ranking, number 28. She placed third round in 2000 at the Australian Open, U.S. Opens quarterfinal 2001. She was in the 1992 Barcelona singles game and placed gold. It does not.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a hint.
I'm also going to need a hint. I second that.
She set a number of youngest ever records at the start of her career.
I would just like to let you know that Cliff is taking over this. I will offer very little. I am pretty much just a human here.
She made her professional debut in 1990 at the age of 13 years old, reaching the final of the hardcore tournament in Boca Raton, Florida. She
is this not one of the
is the youngest player ever to reach the top 10 at the age of 14.
You think it's too early?
Yeah.
At the age of 14?
I don't think I thought the Williamses were more like 2000.
She reached the semifinals of the French Open in a debut and later became the youngest player ever to reach the top 10 at age 14 in October of that year.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
She took a 14-month break due to personal struggles, which included arrest for shoplifting and possession of marijuana.
Oh, is this Osaka?
No. I'm taking that one.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting it.
That wasn't a guess. I was asking Cliff.
Yeah,
my bad. Hey, but here's the thing. I don't think either of us are going to get it because we don't know tennis like that.
I tap.
She more my favorite than Serena because I don't really like Serena. I think she was a lot of overhyped. Jennifer Capriati.
Capriccio?
No, Capriati.
Okay. Well,
Austen,
I can tell you right now.
You feel like you can do yours?
I don't think you can. I think we
sure
just end it
try.
Here.
I can try. You go ahead and do yours, and we'll figure out on mine.
Now, we're not going to do all of them. However, I refuse to cut them down. I leave it up to chance. Eli, 1 through 5.
3, and I did 3 females because what month are we in right now?
We are in March, which is... Go ahead and read it off, Eli.
Women's History Month.
All right, Eli.
Bingo.
We're doing something different today. It's still technically wrestlers. Wrestling. Not wrestlers, but wrestling. This picture was directed by Jared Hess, written by Jared Hess, was produced by Mike White. And
these are wrestling movies. Okay. Okay.
I quit.
I might have a shot here.
I have no shot.
The soundtrack was put together by Danny Elfman. It was a Paramount movie along with Nickelodeon. It was distributed by Paramount in the U.S. and United International Pictures International. It came out in 2006.
So I will go ahead and preface this with Danny Elfman is like one of the composers in Hollywood. Like he is like the go-to guy. Yeah,
he's up there with Williams.
He really is. I mean, he did Batman in '89, Beetlejuice in '88, Edward Scissorhands in '90. Pretty much any major movie in like the '90s, like late '80s, early to mid, even late '90s. Like,
all right,
he probably had his fingerprints all over.
The budget for this movie was $35 million, and it made at the box office $99.3 million.
2006.
Yep,
I know exactly what one this is. That's hilarious.
John Cena wasn't a big star then. Hey, he was.
You want a hint, Eli?
Give me a hint. I think I might know what this is.
All right. So for each of these, the hints are just going to be different. So for this one, I'm going to give you the soundtrack of some of the officially licensed songs that were in the movie. Hombre Religioso, A Nice Pile Drive to the Face, Move, 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 Papas, Piel Canela, Ramza Suite, All the Orphans in the World.
Nacho Libre.
It is Nacho Libre.
There you go.
I didn't think it was 2006.
It was.
And so that's not originally the movie that I thought. I thought you were going Spider-Man over there in 2002.
I was not.
Because of that one scene with Macho Man.
I thought it was 2008.
All right, Austen, 1 through 4.
Give me 3.
Oh, no. Okay. This movie was directed by Thomas J. Wright, written by Dennis Hacken, produced by Michael Ramshill. I cannot tell you who starred in this movie. It was edited...
Ready to Rumble.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
It was edited by Tom Pryor. Music was by Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson, okay.
This movie came out in '89. It had a 93-minute runtime. It only came out in the U.S. The budget was estimated to be $8 million, and it made $16 million.
Yeah, so you're going to have to go give me a hint, and I know that's the only one I get. There's no way I'm getting this.
Cliff.
I can't think of a wrestling movie that came out in 1989.
This also
one of my favorite
was
quotes.
Made with the World Wrestling Federation. And there was actually like a little pay-per-view thing that went along with the movie with 4 dark matches. Stupid. And the 5th match was in a steel cage that night.
So stupid.
You said 89?
Yes, the dark matches on the dark matches before the actual match of the night was Dusty Rhodes defeated the Big Boss Man, Ultimate Warrior defeated Dino Bravo, the Colossal Connection of Andre and Haku defeated Demolition, and Mr. Perfect defeated Ron Garvin. Let's see here. What else can I give you? This movie has a 10% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
So I'm gonna be honest. Ready to Rumble was my only guess. I can't think of any. So this is a wrestling movie.
Yes.
Like it is centered
I will
around
give you some of the other actors that were in it, but I can't give you the.
Can I quote it? No. Can I quote? Can I do a quote?
Sure.
What's that I smell? Dookie.
Maybe. So here's some of the other people that were in it.
I love that
Marcus
quote
Bagwell,
so much.
Rick Allen, Joey Morella, Howard Finkel, Jesse Ventura, Gene Okerlund, Bruce Taylor, Rebecca Walker. Stan Hansen was in this movie.
Yep.
Bill Eddy, Jeeps Swenson, Patrick O'Brien.
So I'm just going to go ahead and stop you. I don't have a guess. I don't have a single guess in hell.
Tiny Lister.
That just scared the shit out of me.
That's not the name. That's not the movie's name, right?
No.
There's a match type.
I know. No holds barred.
There you go.
No holds barred. Yeah. Oh my god.
One of my favorite scenes ever. He picks him up by his collar and goes, "What's that I smell? Dookie.
It just sucks because this is the only time I'll be able to do this because there's not a lot of wrestling movies. So
here, how about this? I will forfeit mine,
and I will
save mine for next week. We can do the rest of yours.
Okay.
I just have to use the bathroom.
All right, Eli, 1 through 3. Austen, make it quick.
2. If I want to get shot by whoever's outside the room, at least I'm gonna get shot while on the recording.
All right,
apparently.
Eli.
God.
This movie was written and directed by Stephen Merchant. Based on, I believe it's a book.
Well, that's a big pause. It's gonna get edited out.
Wait, I've gotta scroll down a little bit. It was distributed by MGM in North America and Lionsgate in the UK. Came out in 2019. It had a 108-minute runtime, budget of $11 million, and made $41 million.
Oh, is this the stupid one where Miro has a gun in it?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
So,
I don't even think he's in this movie, so no, it is not.
It's not that one. It's not Marine.
Do you want to take the hint and have a chance?
Give me a hint.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna go through some of the actors.
Mike this time.
I don't know what kind of actors you know. So Big Show, Sheamus, and Miz were in here. John Cena, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and JBL were in this as well. Julia Davis, Stephen Merchant, Elroy Powell, Kim Matula, Thea Trinidad, Hannah Ray, James Burrows, Dwayne Johnson, Vince Vaughn, Jack Loudon, Nick Frost, Lena Headley, and Florence Pugh.
You said this is a wrestling movie with John Cena in it?
I mean, he's in it, but he is not a main character in it.
Just one of those stupid Scooby-Doo movies.
Is that a guess? Because you're on 2.
No,
right
I'm just trying to think of what wrestling movies.
Well, Eli, I will offer you a little bit of this, and Cliff can stop it at any time. There is a folk wrestling movie.
It is not the wrestler.
That John Cena.
No. It is not.
No, it is. John Cena's not in the wrestler.
No, not the wrestler. It's not that one that he was in. No, this is a professional wrestling movie. They're all 5.
So it's not legendary.
It's not that's
MGM.
I love that movie.
You didn't say Warner Brothers. You said
the movie's
MGM.
great, by the way. It's the second best wrestling movie out of any movie, behind Vision Quest.
It's great.
I love it. I went back and rewatched it 3 years ago. It's pretty good. I might rewatch it again here soon.
Big Show, Sheamus,
premiered
John
at
Cena.
Sundance. Eli, you're focusing on the wrong people. They appeared in the movie, but they were not actual parts of the movie. Florence Pugh, Lena Headley, Nick Frost.
Give me another hint.
You don't have any. You had the guess and your hint.
I didn't take a guess.
You guessed at the beginning, my guy.
What? What did I guess?
The movie with Miro and a gun.
I'm gonna guess the Jetson movie.
It is Fighting with My Family.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God.
Why the hell would I ever give a damn about some movie, about some botched job, nude leaked son of a bitch that still wrestles in AEW?
I had to.
And Hey, I'd like for you to keep in mind that I'm supposed to be the drunk one.
All right, Austen.
And he's out here spouting
1 or
all that
2.
shit out.
Good. All right.
I say that shit sober.
So,
any day of the week.
This was directed by Darren Aronofsky, written by Robert Siegel. The music was by Clint Mansell. It had a $6 million budget and made $44.7 million at the box office. This was a Fox Searchlight picture in the U.S. and Wild Bunch International. It came out at some point in the 2000s.
The Wrestler. So here's the thing. I knew it was The Wrestler. I just wanted you to get a little bit into it. That way you didn't feel like it was all for me.
Because, your hint was going to be all the awards and shit that I won. Because it's the only critically acclaimed one.
You literally could have just said Mickey Rourke, and I would have known who it was. That movie is great. I've seen that movie I don't know how many times.
He was on Masked Singer and just removed his mask without even being eliminated.
He did really? I didn't know he was on Masked Singer.
He was hot underneath it. He's like, I'm dying in this thing, and just takes off the freaking thing.
Nice. All right.
I didn't even know he was on Masked Singer.
Most Mickey Rourke thing that could happen.
The last one. And by championship decree, Eli, it's for you. This movie was directed by.
I'm not drunk. I'm on medication that helps me go to sleep.
Written by Stephen Brill. Came out in the 2000s. Runtime of 107 minutes. Had a budget of $24 million and box office of $12.5 million. This is a Bel Air Entertainment Outlaw production. Distributed by Warner Brothers.
It's not the Diddy Scooby-Doo
Please take a hint.
Give me a hint.
All right. So,
my.
The music that is in this movie is as follows. Get Ready. Bloodstains. We're Not Gonna Take It. Twisted Sister cover. Ba Widda Bada. King of Rock. I don't think I can say that one. Freestyle remix. Jump Around. We Will Rock You. Last Resort. I can't say that one either. Baby One More Time. And Girls.
I know what this is. I'm gonna look it up, and I just want to see what you can't say.
I can't say it. It's not because it's bad. It's because it'll give it away. It's not because it's bad. It's because I can't. It'll give it away. The soundtrack is.
I had two movies come to mind, but
long,
I don't think it's either.
And it is available on iTunes.
How long did you say this is? A minute 46? An hour 46, I mean?
So is
hour 7.
See No Evil.
Sorry, it's 107. So. 107.
Give me another hand.
All right. So, there are several wrestling personalities in this movie. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. Chris Kanyon. The Nitro Girls. Charles Robinson and Billy Silverman. Michael Buffer, Gene Okerlund, Tony Schiavone, and Mike Tenay. John Cena. Gorgeous George. Van Hammer. Prince Laukia. Perry Saturn. Rey Mysterio Jr., Conan, Billy Kidman, Disco Inferno. Kurt Hennig, Juventud Guerrera, Sid Vicious, Bam Bam Bigelow, Randy Savage, Booker T, Sting, Diamond Dallas Page, and Goldberg. The two songs I couldn't say earlier were the Diamond Dallas Page theme and the Sting theme.
I wonder if this guy who stars in this also went and fought Nick Cage and almost died.
Some of the characters in the movie are Mr. Boggs, Isaac, Wendy, Mrs. McKenzie, The Law, Sugar Daddy, Cashier, it's Brittany.
John Cena's not in it. He's in the background.
He's in it.
It's the WCW one. What's the name? He's in the background because it's the WCW training. David Arquette's in it. I don't know what the damn title of it is.
This is my favorite movie. It's my favorite wrestling movie of all time. How dare you not know the name of it?
I don't know the name of it.
Austen, save his ass.
It's ready to rumble, Eli. It's ready to rumble. I knew this from the beginning. I knew Ready to Rumble would be somewhere on here. Cliff, you absolute mastermind, you. Let's go ahead and send this home, shall we?
Alrighty. And if you star in a movie from the 1989 era and need a Stan Hansen lariat, Hulk Hogan, just remember we've got you covered because we are your ace in the hole. We'll catch you on down the road. And with everybody saying, we'll see you next time. Yeah.
Cliff went from being blonde to a stupid character.